AI, it's a word that is absolutely everywhere, right? And if you're feeling like you've completely missed the boat, I promise you, you are not alone. In this explainer, we're going to dive into a totally different way to learn about it, one that's designed not just for beginners, but for the absolute beginner. So if you feel like you're starting from scratch, from zero, this one's for you. And this quote just gets right to the heart of it. It's such a powerful message. You know, in a world that's obsessed with being an expert, admitting you know nothing can feel, well, kind of like a weakness. But what if it's not? What if it's actually the perfect place to start? This whole approach is built on that one idea. So if this hits home for you, you are in exactly the right spot. So the first big idea is super simple. Let's just embrace starting from zero. This isn't about frantically trying to catch up or cramming a bunch of information just to feel like you're on the same level as everyone else. Nope. It's about building a really solid foundation from the ground up and using that fresh, beginner's mindset as the best possible place to begin. But here's the key. Starting from zero doesn't mean you have to start alone. A huge part of this is about transforming that feeling of being lost all by yourself into a shared collective experience. And that brings us to the next big idea, the incredible power of a learning community. So what do we even mean by a learning community here? Well, think less like a traditional classroom and way more like a collaborative workshop. There's no expert on a stage talking down to everyone. Instead, it's a totally flat structure. Everyone is learning from each other, and growing is something you actually do together. And this quote, wow, it's so important. I am also learning with you. That one little sentence just changes everything, doesn't it? It means your guide isn't some all-knowing expert who's miles ahead of you. They're on the journey with you. The whole point is to discover and grow together, side by side. Okay, so once you have that strong community in place, the learning itself suddenly feels a lot less scary. And that brings us to what's called the no-fear method, a really simple, structured approach designed specifically to take all the anxiety out of learning something technical. It's all about building your confidence, one small 80 step at a time. A huge piece of that no-fear approach is time. Each class is just 30 minutes, that's it. And why is that so important? Because it makes learning feel manageable. It's designed to stop that I'm so overwhelmed feeling before it even starts. It's all about small, consistent steps, not trying to drink from a fire hose of information all at once. This no-fear method really stands on 3 core pillars. First up, simple language. No coding, no crazy jargon, just clear concepts you can actually understand. Second, it's a true no-fear zone, a safe space where you can ask any question, make mistakes, and nobody is going to judge you for it. And third, comfort comes first. Perfect English isn't required. The only thing that matters is understanding and feeling comfortable enough to try. Now, for an environment like this to actually work, it's got to be a two-way street. It isn't just about what the guide is doing. It's about a shared commitment from everybody. The whole thing is really built on a simple promise, like a pact between the guide and you, the learner. So here's what that pact looks like. On one side, the guide promises to keep it simple, to repeat things if you need it, and to never rush. They're just there to help. And in return, your promise is just as straightforward. Show up regularly, be present when you're there, and just try your best. And I really want you to notice that last part. That is enough. It's all about effort, not about being perfect. And this really gets to the heart of the value here. This whole thing isn't about money. It's a fair trade. The guide's time and effort in exchange for your focus and your commitment. It's a relationship built on mutual respect for what each person is putting in. And that's a really powerful foundation for learning anything. Okay, so we've seen how this method works and the community that makes it possible. But what's the point of it all? Where is this journey actually taking you? Well, it might not be what you'd expect from a class about AI. See, the real goals here aren't technical at all. This journey isn't about turning you into a coder or an engineer. It's about empowerment. The first goal is simply to get rid of the fear of AI and to help you see it for what it is, a helpful tool. And then the ultimate destination is to use that tool with confidence, to unlock your own creativity. And really, this whole approach leaves us with a pretty powerful question. It shifts the entire focus away from the technology and back to us, to people. It suggests that maybe, just maybe, the key to learning AI isn't a better computer or knowing more code. What if the most important tool we have is something much more human? Something as simple as an open and curious mind?